Welcome back to Dare to Be Great. My guest at this segment is Tanya McCartney, Managing Director of Royal Bank Finco. Welcome to Dare to Be Great, Ms. McCartney.
Thank you for having me.
You have an impressive resume. You've done a whole lot of things. You've been in law, now you're in banking. Who is Tanya McCartney?
Wow. She is the product of a single-parent family. I guess Tanya McCartney is the product of her environment. Hardworking grandparents. I'm an Anglican.
Yes.
I'm a nationalist. I love my country. I'm a hard worker. Gosh, wow. That's a deep question.
Yes, Tanya McCartney, yes, yes. You've done considerably well in a very short period of time, relatively. What do you attribute to your success?
A number of things. I definitely say my faith, first and foremost. Yes. In many ways, I see divine involvement in my whole professional development. Certainly, I would say education has played a pivotal role. I mean, I grew up where I was told education is the key to success. Yes. Education will open doors for you. And it has opened doors for me.
What would you say is your greatest leadership skill? Because you've been in leadership positions for some time.
I'm still working on it. Still working on it. I think the key to it would be to say being able to pull the right people together.
Yes.
Inspiring them to bring out the best in them, and in that way balancing out everybody's strengths and weaknesses. I try each day to inspire people through example.
Yes, leading by example.
To do their best. I try to give my all. It's no point in having somebody at the helm who you see sitting back and in your view not doing much, but holding a position.
Yes.
So I think to lead, you have to be able to roll your sleeves up as well and work equally as hard as those who make up your team. And they have to see you working.
How important is vision? The Bible says it very clearly, without vision, the people will perish. How important is vision in terms of leadership?
Vision makes the difference between life and death, success and failure. Even people will look at me and they'll say, well, gosh, what more can she do? Yeah. But as long as you're living, you need to have a vision or a plan for your growth or your development. I work with my team and I encourage them all. It doesn't matter how long you've been in the role. It doesn't matter how many qualifications you have. You should have a development plan.
Yes. Well, this is my final question. It's been really a pleasure having you here on Dare to Be Great. In your opinion, what makes the great great?
Something, first of all, what makes the great great has to be something supernatural.
Okay.
I think that a strong belief in God,
yes,
or some higher being is key, definitely. And hand in hand with that, hard work.
Yes.
In terms of achieving greatness, you have to have a plan. You have to be able to work hard and execute that plan, but in addition to that, inspire others to buy into that vision as well, because you can't do it all on your own.
That's right.
And once you get others to buy into it, it will certainly make achieving that mission or that goal a reality. So hard work. Honestly, some divine intervention.
Yes, must be.
For people who don't believe in a God,
yes,
I don't know how far they will go.
Yes.
But certainly if you believe in a God and you pattern your life according to His word,
yes,
greatness, whatever that is to you, greatness can be achieved.
Thank you very kindly for being on the program. Dare to Be Great, Ms. McCartney.
Pleasure to be here.
Tanya McCartney, Managing Director, RBC Finco. Welcome back to Dare to Be Great. My guest is Mr. Jerome Gomez, the administrator of the Bahamas Venture Capital Fund and a partner in Baker Tilly Gomez Chartered Accounting Firm. Welcome, Mr. Gomez, to Dare to Be Great. You've been in the oil business before. How can you address the current situation that we're experiencing?
Well, with the high price of oil.
Yes, which translates over to the fuel.
Yes. I believe now the price of oil will drop, but never back to the levels we saw it before. What you have is such demand chasing such small supplies, and so few people controlling the global oil market,
yes,
that you'll always have these rise from time to time in prices of oil whenever these persons feel like doing so. And so we will always be a victim of that. And you'll see in the Bahamas that because we import every drop of oil we use, we will always suffer from high price of gasoline. So we have to face the fact that is always going to be a challenge. And any government is going to have to sort of build contingency around that, knowing the fact that oil will always rise at some point. And like I said before, it has risen over $5 today. It'll probably just go under $5 in the future, but it'll never go lower than $4 again.
And that brings me to the next question. What really is the venture capital fund? Many people keep hearing the name and so forth, but what is the venture capital fund?
The Bahamas Venture Capital Fund was formed in 2005. It's government funded. At that time, the government felt that small businesses need some other avenue of getting financing, that the banks had in place certain stipulations that made it difficult for businesses to succeed, like high down payment, requirement for collateral, in most cases collateral of 100% of whatever project they were endeavoring to do. So it took the view that it should have a venture capital fund that was prepared to lose money, that it would try to find the best and brightest ideas, finance those, but knowing that if you finance 10 businesses, maybe 8 to 9 of them may fail.
Yes.
Now, so far, our success rate has been better than that. At this time,
really,
we've been 3 years. It's not far from it, but it's better than the industry average.
Okay.
But we continue to work with the businesses. Unlike the American or European venture capitalists who simply get in a project, try to get profits quickly, and when they see it going south, they kind of cut and run.
Yeah, they cut their losses and move on.
We work with the companies. So even a company that's going down, going south, and we say losing money, we don't just cut and run. What we may determine is that if you need marketing support, we'll find it.
Okay.
If you need accounting support, we'll find it. Yes. You need management, we'll find it. In some cases, we own shares in these businesses. In some cases, we may put our own people to manage during a tough period. And the owner may have to step back for a while whilst we put the talent in place and drive it through to some level of profitability.
One final question. What makes the great great? This is Dare to Be Great. So what makes the great great?
I think it's vision. I think most great leaders have a vision, and then they're able to sell that vision to a large group of people, and then motivate that group into some action for change to bring about that vision. You take someone like a Martin Luther King, who was invited into the civil rights movement.
Yes.
He had a dream, he saw a vision, and he drove that home, and he was able to compel millions of persons to follow that vision. And what also makes a great leader is whatever that vision they have is not only well served in the community they're in, it's global.
Yes.
I mean, you learn about that person.
Yes,
so that's how we learn about Bill Gates, Martin Luther King, John F. Kennedy, and all the other business and civic and religious leaders. Mandela fights apartheid, locks in prison, but how come we know about him? Because his vision transcends him himself and his country and borders. It becomes a global idea that everybody can identify with.
Thank you very kindly, Mr. Gomez, for being on Dare to Be Great.
My pleasure.
Thank you very kindly. Thank you.